Hey, thought I'd show you just one of the things that I have to take into consideration when I'm doing milling. So the client wants me to turn these logs into cants for him. I'll tell you more about cants in a later video, but basically it's a four-sided beam or pole that he can use in what he's doing. So, at any rate, I get paid by the board foot. That means I get paid by how much I produce. Now, a board foot is a calculation based on value. So it's the length times the width of the piece times the depth or the thickness. So volume calculation. So the question becomes, how much volume can I produce in the shortest amount of time? That maximizes the money that I make when I mill the log. So I can only cut the logs that he sends me to cut. So I'd have to try to cut each log as efficiently and quickly as possible, getting both volume but not taking too much time to produce that in order to maximize the profit. And if you look at these two logs that you can see right here, you can see the basic problem. Now they're basically about the same length. This log on the other right here, it's probably 8 feet long and maybe 7 to 8 inches in diameter, and it does have useful product in there, but the board feet that I'll be able to use out of this are concentrated here towards the center of the log. So it's not going to be much because the edges have to go away in order to make the square pole or the square beam. By contrast, if you look at this guy, which is about the same length as that shorter one, that's going to have a whole lot more usable product in it, because I'll lose this much and square off on that side, and at the bottom I'll square off all the sides around and then be able to get basically usable product all the way down through here. But here's the big problem, is that that little log right there maybe weighs 200 pounds, if even that. You know, it's going to be pretty light, and I can handle that pretty quickly by hand and with the tractor. This boy here, he probably weighs, in excess of 400 or 500 pounds at least, maybe more. It's hard to judge. So it'll be harder to handle him, which means the process goes slower compared to this guy, which will go very quickly. But I won't get as many board feet out of that little one as I will out of this one. So I don't know if I figured that out completely yet, but and like I said, I can only mill the logs that he sends me, but that's what I try to do. Produce as much volume as I can as quickly as I can. Thanks.